What up, YouTube? It's JSBN St. Patrick with just some manga review. I want to talk about One Piece chapter 1178 today. And I think one of the biggest things we got from here, which was a lot of theories, was that Domi Reversi would not work on Luffy and Loki. That kind of is going to be a lot, in the future. We don't know why it didn't work on them. We know Emu's been around for 800 years, so could it be that, because of the type of devil fruits that they have, that it's ineffective against them? Because we know Loki's already black, and Luffy's his sun god form is already pretty much a white. And when they use Domi Reversi, that's the colors they turn into. So it could be a reason. It could be that it doesn't work on devil fruit users, because this is the first time that we've seen that he's tried this on them, and we know with Roxy it worked. And but I would think after so many years, he would know if it didn't work on devil fruit users or not. So I don't know if he was just kind of panicking because of Joy Boy and everything like that. So it's kind of interesting to see. And then there's also still the theory that you have to be on your home island for it to work on you. But it is interesting to see, because we've seen how effective Domi Reversi can be. And that was the biggest takeaway from this chapter. And also another big takeaway was that we finally are going to see Emu leave the Holy Land, because it's kind of funny. I don't know if Usopp got to him, pretty much calling him a coward and not doing his own work, and he finally left Gunko's body to come to leave the Holy Land. So we're probably going to see I actually think we're probably going to see Emu in 1179. I don't know if it's going to be another silhouette or we're going to actually see him this chapter. So I'm looking forward to this upcoming chapter. And other things, we've seen the Giants, they're pretty much getting reversed from the Domi Reversi. And it's funny because we've seen Chopper pretty much just slapping people back human. And there's also another theory that I don't know if it's just because he has the Hidu no Mi, just the human fruit, and it turns them back human, that just simply slapping them back human works. Because we've seen in God Valley that Roger and Garp pretty much had to go all out before putting down rocks and untransforming him from Domi Reversi. So we did get some pretty interesting things this chapter. I liked it. I was a big fan of it. And then one thing I did like was that we've seen Loki's dragon form is absolutely huge. He made a comment, fighting Gunko/Emu, that she's too small to fight, and we've seen that's probably like the first time we've had some type of awareness from a giant, just, how extraordinarily huge you are, and that you might need to just use your regular size before you can fight. And the same thing with Emu. We just seen him pretty much getting slashed from attacks, and he recovers from them. But yeah, I'm kind of glad. It seemed like it's taking place pretty quick with everything. We're probably gonna get an Emu and a Luffy showdown this next chapter, with Loki involved too, with Needhog and Joy Boy and all of this stuff. It's crazy just seeing all of this, but it also kind of makes me wonder, as far as a final villain standpoint, is Emu going to be our final villain? Because we do have another contender in Blackbeard, who I do want to see, because I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten a lot of his stuff going on, and Emu's the final villain. Him fighting Luffy seems kind of fast right now, because they've been pretty much, I guess, kind of going, not the whole time on Elba, but he's been going back and forth with the crew, and he just, so far, I don't know if he's giving off the final villain thing. And then there's also Akanu, who I still think he's gonna have an issue have a fight with Sabo, but I know he's another potential final villain. But I think with all this development, I'm thinking it's leaning towards maybe Blackbeard being the final villain. But overall, it was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. We learned some new things. you know, we got some new theories popping up in our head. So I'm definitely can't wait for 1179 to drop. So, you know, if you like it, you know, if you like the chapter, you know, feel free to post about it. Comment what you thought about the chapter. What do you think is going to happen next week? And, you know, on that note, please like and subscribe. I'll be talking about manga, you know, weekly. So, you know, on that note, JSB and St. Patrick, I'm out.